I'm Greg, and I want to talk about The Simpsons. Let's do this. So, The Simpsons is gonna run forever. Not really, but also really. As some people say, it's an institution now. Funny to think that's still raking in enough views to have it renewed up for a few more years, because people have been complaining that it's not good anymore for as long as I can remember. Now, I'm not here to defend modern Simpsons. I haven't seen a new episode since I moved out of my parents' house. I do plan on doing a fairly big video on The Simpsons throughout the ages, but that's not this. Stay tuned.
Oh, okay.
But I've been thinking about why The Simpsons and shows like it run for so long. I think there's something definitely in there about building a routine. You watch something for so long, and it's as much about visiting your friends every week as it is anything else. But
Stupid sexy Flanders!
I wonder if maybe The Simpsons is like SNL, where whoever's watching it right now like it, and then a few years down the line, they will be amongst the people saying it's not good anymore. Because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. It creates this feeling where if it's not what you're comfortable with, what you remember, it's not as good. It's why we have a Space Jam sequel, because people have a fond memory for a not that great movie from when they were kids. And I like it. It's fun, but I also completely understand the part nostalgia has to play in that, and it doesn't make me want to watch a Space Jam sequel. But while we're talking about The Simpsons and how people don't think it's good anymore, or don't think it's as good as it used to be anymore, there's one more thing I want to talk about.
I'm an imposter. That man is the real Seymour Skinner.
People always talk about The Principal and the Pauper as where the series started to go downhill. End of the golden age and all that. Voice actor Harry Shearer once said, "Now, the writers refuse to talk about it. They realize it was a horrible mistake. They never mention it. It's like they're punishing the audience for paying attention." Where I think it's a great episode. It's one of my favorites. I think about it all the time. Like if The Simpsons comes up in conversation with my friends, or if I'm deciding to watch some episodes online, this episode is one that definitely comes to mind, and in no way do I think of it negatively. Not only that, but I have an affinity for the season 13 episode The Departed. I saw it around the time I saw the actual film The Departed, so that's part of it for sure, but I really like it, and it's a quote-unquote new era Simpsons episode. So what does that have to say?
The rat symbolizes obviousness.
Okay, so I'm editing the video and doing some research. I realized that this episode is super well received and well regarded by fans and critics, so do your research, kids. Yeah. Now, I know taste is subjective, but I'm sure nostalgia has something to do with it. Both those episodes played a lot when I was watching reruns all the time after school. I love the twist in The Principal and the Pauper, and the weird standard it sets for the series. I didn't watch The Simpsons as it aired in their golden age in order. Reruns over multiple channels mean you could be watching The Principal and the Pauper, then Marge versus the Monorail, and then You Only Move Twice, all in one day. And then the next day, you get Summer of 4'2" and Homer Goes to College. Side note, You Only Move Twice is one of my favorites as well. It is just so good. Hank Scorpio is one of the best characters I can think of in comedy.
Here you go. Sorry it's not in packages. Want some cream?
No.
The point of what I'm getting at is, for me, and a lot of people I know, The Simpsons doesn't start its decline at The Principal and the Pauper. The episode is all wrapped up in the warm, comfortable blanket that is The Simpsons nostalgia. So, what is the root of all this? My entire video, what is the thesis behind it? Nothing. No real reason. Like I said, I've just been planning a big Simpsons video, and I've been thinking about all this stuff. Like, thinking about it more than I usually do, which is, well, it's more than what's healthy, but not so much it's debilitating my everyday life, as far as I'm concerned. I'd have to ask my partner to really know. There's no room for this in there, but I did want to just touch on the fact that thanks to nostalgia and thanks to our relationships with media as consumers, what some consider a low mark, to others like me, is great, the best. And it's that same nostalgia that is both making us look at newer iterations of The Simpsons as a low point, while also being the reason that the show is still going and still getting made all these years later. This is kind of just a precursor for my later video, setting up my views on the series as a whole, so the next one can be all meat.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
I don't know when I'll be putting out the next Simpsons video, because it's very big and it's going to take a lot of watching to get to, but I hope this whets your appetite for it. That's it for me. Thanks for watching. Let me know your favorite episode of The Simpsons, I guess. Like and subscribe, all that stuff I gotta tell you at the end of videos. You know how YouTube is. And yeah, until next time.
Say the line, Bart!
Have a good one.
Yay!
I'm gonna leave a link here to another one of my videos if you want to keep watching what I do. But if you want more Simpsons content, I'm also going to leave a link to my friend David's channel. He has done a medley of a whole bunch of the original songs that have been in The Simpsons on his channel. You should check that out if you're interested. Hope you enjoy it.